Hello guys and welcome to another CNC Rivals video. So today we're going to be doing a GDI climbing deck that helped me get into Masters 2. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So we are against IBN AM, and I think he did pretty decent, but I think he did get the first missile. Yeah, I think he did get the first missile. I actually just did this match. I think he did get the first missile. However, I took over the game because of the tactics that I used here. And the special featured unit in this video is going to be the MLRS. The MLRS is a very strong unit. I do recommend that you upgrade it. It's very powerful. And I'm going to, in all the replays I do show off here, I'm using the MLRS. And it's a very, very good unit. And you can see I do start with a scout here. Just to see what he's going for. He goes into a shockwave. I don't walk into a shockwave there, because if I did, he would have killed it. He builds a second shockwave, but I already had built since my base is actually closer than his to the point. I get mine there before his, so he's just gonna basically just a standoff. Or actually, I don't think mine's closer than his. Yeah, we're actually at the same distance, but for some reason it took his longer down to get down there. And I made a move here, and I actually then later noticed his unit right there. And he is charging up the missile here for me. Once again, he does get the first missile, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do to stop him. I go into a Talon because he is building a lot of shockwaves. Yep, he goes straight into a tech lab here. I didn't notice. I knew he was going for a tech build, but I didn't know he went to a tech lab now, especially, and I did find it quite odd. I didn't know if he was going double harvesters or not, because I was trying to take the points, and since I had lost the first missile, I was no way for me to go, I couldn't really apply pressure to his harvester. I see his, Wolverine here, and I fall back. I go ahead and just send both of my guys back, and I build a MLRS. Here's a very good situation. He builds his late second harvester. And he moves his unit down there, I guess, to try to contest or see what I have there. I move my unit there. Wolverines do, no damage to armor, but the MRS has such low health where you can see it builds up quite a bit of damage against it, but it dies anyway. We do take over the point, and we are going to get the second missile. This is where I start taking over the game. I got 2 MLRSs on the field. That's the one thing about GDI is that GDI play more defensively, and you have to get used to that more defensive play style. And once you kind of get a grasp on they play defensively, MLRSs are fantastic units, especially when combined with units like the APC. The APC is a very good unit, has a lot of health, and the MLRS has not a lot of health. So basically, the APC's tank. APCs can attack air and vehicle units, or air and infantry units, and do quite a bit of damage. He moves his zone troopers in. I use my ion cannon to wipe both of them out because I use the MLRS to tank. And then I did see him build that Wolverine. He's moving it around. Once I noticed that, I do build another MLRS to counter that, since I knew he was moving around. He builds his own trooper, stops him there, then he moves in again, and then goes downward. You can see the MLRSs actually do quite a bit of damage to the zone trooper, surprisingly enough. They actually do a lot of damage. So really, if you have other units you combine with these things, zone troopers, Titans are probably the biggest problem in air. Titans may be a little bit of a problem, but let's get to the next replay. Okay, so like I was saying, Titans may be a bit of a problem, but as long as you don't have your MRSs in a line and you towel block the Titan from getting to them, the only huge counters may be Oxanas and Colonel Jacksons if your micro isn't fast enough to stop them before they can move and get to your guys, but that's only if they're going for a lot of techniques. So we're going to say Scarab strategy, and once again, I think I do lose the first missile. However, once again, taking over the game because of the MLRSs are just such a good unit. Although this is mainly ion cannons and Talons, I think I built maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 MLRSs, but not that many. But I do utilize the ion cannon. This is why I do really enjoy General Solomon. I recommend in any deck that you're using that doesn't have a lot of tech units, you bring General Solomon, or if you're using a not deck, Jade. Reason being, this is a specific reason why I show you in this video. It's a great counter, just like the last replay. Great counter to heavy tech decks. Now, once again, it has a cooldown, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you know what you're doing, you have the right units, because the ability combined with units, because the ability by itself won't be enough. You need something that can hold you down while the ability builds up. So I do pull a Pit Bull down here to counter his Buggy, he gets attack bikes to counter my Pitbull, and I was like, oh, let's just go ahead and suicide the Pitbull so I can build a MLRS. That way I can get rid of my unit cap. Because remember, I did make a video on the unit cap. If you want to know about that, you can look at my top 5 tips and tricks. And it talks about the unit cap. The unit cap is a very important system in the game that you pretty much need to know down immediately. You can see the MLRSs actually very easily counter those Scarabs. Since MLRSs have a 2-tile range, they can hard counter Scarabs. Now you can see here, I start trying to take down his Flame Trooper unit. And, I just leave it there. Reason being is because, once again, the unit cap. I do not bother that unit. I'm like, okay, as long I need to focus on the missile right now. Focusing on that is going to cost me a unit cap, and I do not have time for that. So he tries to go around with his attack bikes for my MLRS, but once again getting another volley off. Then I think this is when he builds his no, not yet. He's still building his buggies. I pulled my guy back here. I think it's right after I get the second missile. So I have 2 MLRSs on the field at the moment. Once again, I'm contesting him hard with that unit cap right now. He cannot build units fast enough. So you can see he gets another unit out, which is this, but unfortunately, because his flamethrower is down there, it's too late. So I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and take out that flamethrower. He's doing a lot of damage to my base. I don't want him to basilisk rush me or anything like that, so I take the flamer out so you can't have extra damage on my base. So, bam, I build Talons, and start doing damage on that. And I use an ion cannon to wipe that out. Unfortunately, my Talon does not get away. I microed it a little too late. I move on to the point to quickly get the point. He builds another basilisk, which I do kind of regret taking out that unit, but you can see he pulls out his attack backs here. Fortunately, my my MLRS does get a volley off, and he's not going to get... Oh, I thought he got another second volley. I don't remember getting a second volley. So I use my MLRSs or Talons to take out the Basilisk, and my MLRS comes in, and you can see, I see him moving down to this bottom tile trying to contest. Now, he actually tried to move his Flamers in for another base attack, I think. Maybe he was trying to go for the tile, but the unit moved around, but still, that was really right there. That was it. His unit was not fast enough, so let's get into another replay. So we're now against Storm, Kane, and once again, these matches were very fun. I did enjoy them. Once again, I think these players are really good, but unfortunately, the MLRS Ion Cannon combination is absolutely annoying. It's so annoying because you can take out any tech units or a lot of good tech units out with the Ion Cannon, and you can use the MLRSs to damage those units a lot and hold you down until you get another Ion Cannon to the point where basically they're constantly having pressure applied to them. And you actually see in a lot of these replays, the enemy always has the advantage. I only have the advantage once I get to my MLRSs. You can see all these guys normally have the advantage in the early game. I'm not really doing a lot of contesting for the points and stuff like that. I think he did. No, I think I got the first missile on this one, unlike last time, and I think I got the second one too, or he may have gotten the second one. But I think I for sure remember him getting the second, me getting the first missile. So and basically he just charged it up for me. Really, he really honestly charged up the missile for me. I couldn't tile block his unit in time, but I build another unit here. I do see his Scorpion tank here, so I build a MLRS, and you can see this unit actually got glitched. I don't know what happened because it actually wasn't letting me move it. I tried to. It wasn't even bringing up the moving button, so when I pressed the tile, it wouldn't move the unit. He was stuck there. But the funny thing is that he was invincible. It's very weird. For some reason, it just was not letting me move this unit. EA, Redwood, if you're watching this, you got to fix this because I don't want this to be exploited or anything. Because that was actually an accident. I just simply tried to move there to tile block, but then it wouldn't let my unit out for some reason. It's just so weird. I tried moving it, and I tried to do a lot of things to get it out there. I'm like, what the heck? I even tried to let it sit there to see if they would kill it. He didn't even bother to attack it. It was glitched. I don't know what was going on. Honestly, I was absolutely baffled that this unit was still alive. I'm like, what the F? Like, what the heck is going on here? Like, so I'm using my MLRSs to counter his units. You can have 3 MLRSs. This dude is getting utterly bombarded by MLRSs. There's nothing he can do. He keeps building attack bikes, but they're fast, but not fast enough because I have so many attack bike MLRSs to the point where he can't do anything. And that unit is still on the tile. It is so weird that unit is glitched in the tile. Like, what is that about? I don't know what that was about. But we're going to get into one more replay. I think I have one more replay, maybe. If not, then I'll just show off a random replay, but whatever. Okay, so we do have another replay against Mr. Grimm. And I think this was pretty close, I think. I think he got the first and I got the second. And I honestly forgot. This one was the first out of the match when I started grinding with this deck today. So, because I just, earlier, just a little bit earlier, I just came with the idea, what if I tried to use the MLRSs in a very or in a way to counter a lot of the heavy tech decks? I noticed a lot of the, if you go on CNC TV, you see a lot of the decks up there have powerful tech decks. Another thing, videos will be coming out less frequently. Usually I was doing a video every couple of hours. However, now I will not be doing that purely because apparently I messed up when I made my account for this, because when I made my account, I accidentally put my age as 12. I was so excited to play, I wasn't paying attention. I meant to put 14 since I am 14. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to basically grind on another, because I messaged EA, had a very long talk, very long, basically not really fight, but very long talk with EA talking about how we can fix this, but they said they couldn't fix it. There's nothing they can do. I would have to wait 2 years just to get just so my account becomes eligible for be able to link my account. So I'm just gonna grind up a new account. I will keep this one until I can get to exactly where I'm at, or at least close enough, pretty much. But I'm level 33. But I'm gonna keep grinding on this account. Just continue grinding. But eventually I'm going to transition to you. That was a massive, very good missile. That was a very good missile. That just did a lot of damage. But I'm going to continue grinding on that new account that I have. My other phone is charging right now, so I can't really do anything about that. But I can't really play right now. I was going to play later, though. However, once again, less frequent videos because of that. So I do get the first missile. I actually thought I did not get the first missile, but I do get the first missile, microing his flamethrowers away, or microing my riflemen good enough to the point where flame troopers, they can counter riflemen, but because I wasn't standing still, I didn't give them a chance to really do a lot of damage. So basically get him. So I got another MLRS out because my other one died to her catalyst missile. And the MLRSs are very powerful. I'm using the Shockwave MLRS here, you can see here. Basically, the MLRS can take out any armor. The Shockwaves can take out any type of ground unit. He does build a Basilisk. I think I do straight just ion cannon this, if I recall correctly. Okay, maybe not. I just built a Talon. He goes straight for my MLRS. He ignores everything else and goes straight for the MLRS. I use my Talon to take that out. I think he does pull his Missile Trooper down trying to counter my Talon, so he knows his unit is taking a lot of damage. He builds a Widowmaker, and I'm basically just going to try to micro my Talons to take out his unit. It does kill it. And I actually meant to move my Talon up there with the flame thing, but I didn't manage to. I built a Pitbull to move in on the tower quickly. You can see I contest it really quick. I move my Talon up there so I can take out the Flame Trooper, or maybe not, just sit there with the Talon apparently. But I take out the Widowmaker. I'm going to tile block him, prevent him from getting on the tile. He shoots that there. Unfortunately, that was not a really good move. I don't know why he even did that. That was a horrible catalyst missile. No guarantee of hitting thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if I'm kind of all over the place speaking randomly. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.